They're looking for a date for a dance.
Previously on Dirt Nights.
Checkered flag flies for the big show, Jason Walla.
I'm glad the struggle's over with, I guess. That's it for us.
Hopefully things go our way and we have a good night.
Boone Speedway in Boone, Iowa is rocking and rolling and ready for the finale of the biggest week in dirt track racing, the IMCA Super Nationals. When this wild week began, over 250 modified drivers had their sights set on a Super Nationals title. Now, after 4 grueling days of qualifying, only 33 wheelmen remain, and they've got 40 laps to determine who will be the IMCA Super Nationals Modified Champion. Of those 33, only 2 Dirt Knights remain. The Big Show, Jason Walla, had to work his way through a last chance heat and feature to earn his big dance starting spot. And he'll have to start all the way back in 26. But just being a part of the show won't be enough for the 27W.
At the end of the day, it's the same as every other race in the world. Second place to first loser, and I'd rather take 50th, I think. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I don't care what place I take. If it ain't first, it's the same. I hate taking second. It's just the same as taking 10th or 20th. They all suck. First is where you want to be. At the end of the night, there's only one person who's happy. That's it.
That's the kind of attitude that, despite what happens today, has Jason Walla sitting on top of the IMCA Modified National Points race.
So you can look at lap times.
Mr. Excitement Corey Drips is in prime position to make a run at the IMCA Super Nationals Modified title. After winning a qualifying feature on night 2 and losing a game of rock, paper, scissors to longtime rival Jimmy Gustin, Drips will be in the middle of row 2 in tonight's 3-wide start.
I just don't feel you can win this thing from the 7th or 8th row. And we've been close enough to winning it before, and that's what we want to do. So we want to put ourselves in position to win it. And if we're not in position to win it, just being in the show isn't enough. Jimmy's right in front of me. He's a fellow Rage chassis driver. I've known him forever. You know, he's a good kid. He's one of the older guys now. We're kind of the old guard. When we came in as youngsters, we made a lot of waves and had a lot of fun, and now we're kind of the older guys, and it's neat to race against guys like that. I got Kelly right behind me. Obviously, we've raced together forever. Ricky Thornton's on the outside. He's going to be tough. He won the thing last year. Todd Shute, he's going to be tough out there. We need to have a good start and get in position and be able to ride for a while and let the track burn off and move around and see where the track lines are going to develop, and then hopefully have enough race car at the end to make a move and make a pass and win this thing.
Yeah, it's the most confident I've seen him. So, like all week, you know, we're not racing for second. So.
Crew Chief Kurt Hogan has been wrenching on the 31 for his lifelong friend Corey Drips for many, many years and knows the car and driver better than anyone. He's got a close eye on the setup during the main event hot lap session.
I actually even think I'm going to do that index back in the right rear because I got to stick the right rear here. I can slide the car if I have to with the brakes. So get both tires off, get the buff in those. I'll do the right rear.
The 31 is close to being ready, but no car was quicker during hot laps than the 27W of Jason Walla. Still, the Big Show knows that doesn't mean a whole lot.
Just had our last hot lap session of the weekend. Everybody who was qualified in got to hot lap. They said that we set the quick time in the hot lap session, but you know, we'll see how that translates to race trim. Just because you set a fast time hot lap, it doesn't mean hot laps pays 0. So hopefully the car race is good.
This is the race everyone wants to win. It's the most prestigious race I'd say there is in the country.
So if we can run good here, we'll be happy.
So the mad scramble of final preparations is underway. And when Dirt Nights returns, we're headed to the track for the biggest modified feature race of the year. It's big dance time when we come back. The Dirt Nights is brought to you by the International Motor Contest Association, Bilstein Shocks, Weir's Machine and Racing Products, Precision Performance, and by 49 Designs, professional custom graphics. It's getting close to green flag time for the IMCA Super Nationals Modified Big Dance. In the Drips camp, the 31 car gets a final once-over from a very confident driver.
Okay. Good? Yep. Want to leave it just like we got it. The chain, I feel, feels the bow problem I felt before. It'll make me turn as the track tightens up, and then we'll still be all right when it starts going away.
In the Walla pits, the Big Show climbs into the cockpit of the 27W, ready to make a run from the back of the field.
Y'all ready for this?
I think so. Been working at it all week.
I think you're gonna move forward with that motherfucker.
So,
Yeah. You gotta be smart, patient,
we will.
early. It's gonna be hammer the down.
In the middle of the ninth row, the 27W from Ray, North Dakota, your current national point leader, Jason Walla.
Starting in the middle of row number 2, it's Mr. Excitement, Corey Drips.
The pre-race hype is building toward the start of the IMCA Super Nationals finale. And here's how they'll line up. Ricky Steffen starts on the pole of a race where the first 4 rows feature multiple past Super Nationals champions, including the defending champ Ricky Thornton Jr., who starts on the outside of Corey Drips in row 2. 40 laps is the distance. We've got 33 cars in the field, but only one will be the Super Nationals modified champion.
Looking to bring them off of turn 4, it is Super Nationals showtime.
Todd Shute gets a jump to the outside. You'll see him come off of turn number 2. Todd Shute to the lead down the backstretch. Here comes the 20 RT. Pair of past champions quickly make it out into the front of the field. Todd Shute, the 5 car. He'll work the top of 4. The field 2, 3, 4 wide behind him as they head off into 1. 1 lap down. Todd Shute, your race leader.
Down off of 2, it is Ricky Thornton, seeing Ricky Racer to the inside, Jimmy Gustin. 2 wide there with JD Oranger, and here comes Corey Drips. The Ricky Alvarado, and now Richie Gustin to the inside. Watch this great battle for 4th.
You've got 2 Gustins with Oranger in the middle. JD slides up the hill. Here comes G-Money to the inside. 4 past champions now in your top 5 guys, and keep an eye on Richie Gustin. Started in row number 3, started 9th already, up into the 4th spot, looking for more. Todd Shute leads them off of 2 with 2 laps down.
Oh, Gene Edeboom in there, tough on run. Jimmy Gustin now. Here comes Chris Abelson. Abelson with a run there, 2 and 3 wide throughout the back of the field. Notaboom down on the inside. The outside is a 1X, and we are yellow. We are yellow for debris in turn number 2. Yellow is for debris in turn 2. Off of turn 4, green flag back in the air, and here we go.
Greens to the air, Todd Shute, he'll take him up. Ricky Thornton Jr., he's going to throw a slider. Here comes Shute back to the inside now. G-Money, Richie Gustin, and Thornton go side by side into turn number 3. 3 past champions of this event now doing battle out in front. Still Shute, your race leader. Richie Gustin
marching down on the low side. He'll pull ahead of Thornton as they work off of 2. The 25 of Steffen goes fourth. Oranger holds on to 5th. We will work lap number 5, this time by 35 to go.
Watch it off of turn 4. It is Richie Gustin past Ricky Thornton and Ricky Racer on in there to the 2, 3, and 4 spot. Now Jay Notaboom has set his sights to the outside. He will work to the top of Jimmy Gustin. Jimmy Gustin, oh, squeezes Notaboom. Notaboom down there gives him, oh, took a look up in the skirt. That is going to cause a chain reaction down at turn 4.
Just 5 laps in, and Corey Drips just narrowly missed getting involved in the second melee of this race. It's already shaping up to be a no-holds-barred, bare-knuckle brawl on Boone Speedway. And the action continues when we come back. It's been a caution-plagued, rough-and-tumble start to the IMCA Super Nationals modified main event, which is quickly turning into a matter of survival. Corey Drips started 4th, but has dropped back to 9th, right in the thick of the roughest racing.
8 laps down. This time off of 4, elbows up, hammers down, green flag in the air.
Chute will lead him back down into turns 1 and 2. We'll see if Gustin gets as good of a restart as he did before. He will fall in line behind your race leader. Much better start for Chute. Thornton still working top shelf. The field will stay double file as they work through turns 3 and 4 contact. The 31 and Abelson. Drips and Abelson come together over in turn number 4. Drips goes around. And will he move on? He will not. Caution is out.
Less than a lap into the restart, and Corey Drips is facing the wrong way in the middle of turn 4. Here's what happened. Chris Abelson comes into turn 3 a little hot and tags the left rear of the 31, turning Drips completely around. Worse than that, the caution sends Drips to the tail end of the field on the restart, putting him a long, long way from his dream of a Super Nationals title.
Looking for the green, and it's up, it's out, back to the green, here we go.
Toddzilla leads him back into turn number 1. Toddzilla getting a better jump that time. Here comes Jimmy Gustin to the outside. He's trying to squeeze between JD Oranger and the concrete wall off of 4.
Still Chute your race leader. Gustin down low, holds off Thornton at the line. Steffen still goes in 4th. Oranger 5th. Jimmy Gustin up top now to the outside of Alvarado. He will pull away from the Weekend Warrior. Tries to draw even one more time with Oranger. Will drop to the low side over in 4. It is still Todd Chute out in front. 11 down, 29 to go.
Ricky Thornton is doing everything he can to get to that 19G. Down the back straightaway, Gustin sees. He is getting further and further back from the 5 of Chute. Off of turn number 4, Todd Chute, your leader deep in the field. They will work him 2 by 2. Richie Gustin that time as it went by 0.4 of a second behind your race leader, Todd Chute.
Toddzilla, he stretches advantage up to 3 cars on Richie Gustin. They'll follow each other around the bottom side. Look at the big show, Jason Wola. He's trying to make something happen on the top side. Off of turn number 4, he'll roll around the outside. They'll go 3 wide with Stone and Snyder.
From 10th on back a lap ago, they were 3 and 4 wide throughout the back half of the field. Your top 6, though, trying to pull away, check out, sort this out among themselves. 14 down, 26 to go. Gustin now. He's within half a second of Chute as your top 2 work down the back straightaway.
It'll be Alvarado to the outside getting around Mills in a 10 car. That'll put Payne, the 96J, up. Top through 2, breaking away from the field. 0.5 of a second that time for Chute was the race lead. Thornton back in 3rd is Gustin running 2nd. Ricky Racer, then it's Oranger. Now look at Ricky Alvarado. It is the WW1 to the outside of the 10. They are 2 by 2 by 2 off of turn number 4. Back there for the 7th spot.
The Weekend Warrior and Cowboy Ray, they go into turn number 1. They roll through the rumblies-stumblies that time by. Now they all fall in line. But look at Snyder and Grabowski. They go side by side back in the field.
And Gustin, that time the 19G pushed up a little bit exiting turn number 2. allowed Shoot to sneak away a little bit more. Last time across the stripe was within 27/100ths of a second of your race leader. This time by nearly double, just about half a second. Todd Shoot, the man out front. Here comes Gustin, though, trying to reel him in again. Down into 3, working lap number 19, this time off of 4.
We're nearing the halfway point, and in the back of the field, Corey Drips continues to get bounced around. So he makes the decision to call it a night and rolls the battered 31 back to the pits to join fellow Dirt Knights Johnny Scott and Hunter Marriott.
Racetrack is just not built for good big time racing. That's just all there is to it. It's built for a show.
You think?
For a show. That's what it is. You can't even break a tire loose for the first 15 laps. When you're not even lifting, you need to
stand on the gas and go the fastest in the mud.
I was looking for the Vaughn getting drift brake, you know? Stupid.
On the track, the race for a Super Nationals title continues. Who will survive to take the checkered? We'll find out when Dirt Knights returns. The Dirt Knights is brought to you by Jones Racing Products, VP Heartland Fuel, Performance Bodies and Parts, Superior Fuel Cells, Quick Car Racing Products, and by Speedway Illustrated.
20 laps down, 20 laps to go in this one. Todd Shoot continues to lead.
We're back at Boone Speedway in Boone, Iowa, and the halfway point of the IMCA Super Nationals modified main event. There's only one Dirt Knight still on the track. It's the big show, Jason Walla, who started deep in the field, but has been slowly picking off places throughout the race. However, the overheating problem that plagued the 27W on day 3 has reared its ugly head again, and with engine temps pushing into the critical zone, Walla decides to call it a night before causing any permanent damage. Like the motor on the 27W, on the track, the battle for the race lead is really heating up.
Richie Gustin, he's on the tires. These two go side by side through lap traffic. Richie Gustin gets a little bit tight off of turn 4. That'll give Shoot the advantage by a car length.
Shoot trying to keep the door closed on Gustin as they work side by side lap traffic off of turn to number 2. Down the back straightaway, right in front, Nick Meyer, Justin O'Brien. Shoot trying to keep it down on the tires, not able to do it. Door is open. Gustin steps through, and now Shoot stuck behind traffic. We've got one off the top of 1.
Hi, everybody else, stay moving. Richie Gustin is your new race leader. Gustin on out front. This time at the stripe, they'll be side by side with 10 laps to go. G-Money to the lead.
Richie Gustin slicing through lap traffic. Todd Shoot will slide up across the nose of Justin O'Brien. Now Richie Gustin this time by. He'll roll through turns 3 and 4. This time at the line, Ryan. What's it gonna be?
Gustin's got the advantage now by over half a second, 0.529. Todd Shoot keeping pace. Troy Cordes slows down in turn number 3, trying to exit to the infield. He does just that, running third still. It is Thornton. He is about the same margin back as he was earlier. Just under 2 seconds is the disadvantage for Thornton. This is quickly turning into a 2-horse race, guys. Off of 4 this time, 7 laps to go.
Off of turn 4, laps winding down for your race leader, Richie Gustin, who rolled off in the 9th starting spot. Off of 2 down the back straightaway, it is Gustin, Shoot, Thornton, Ricky Racer, Richie, or Jimmy Gustin. That is your top 5 as we come down to lap 34.
6 laps to go for Richie Gustin in the 19G. He's now opened up his advantage, and he is rolling on the bottom side.
Richie Gustin, the 2011 champion. Todd Shoot, the 2007 champion. Doing battle here in the late stages of this one. 5 laps to go. Richie Gustin's advantage that time across the stripe. 8/10 of a second plus. He's got clean air in front of him for a while. Lap traffic may not pose a problem for the remainder of this one. 4 laps to go, this time by for Richie Gustin.
Now Todd Shute has to worry about Ricky Thornton Jr. Ricky Thornton is close to the back bumper. Off a 2 and down the back straightaway. They will dispose of the lap car, the 5L. Now here comes Ricky Thornton. Ricky Thornton Jr. to the inside. RT is on the move. Go to 2.
Ricky Thornton Jr. slides up across the nose of Todd Shute. Shute will cross him over off of down the backstretch. You've got a battle for side by side for second.
Cody Laney drops to the infield as the green flag is going high to the air for Richie Gustin. A drag race across the line for the number 2 spot. The 5 is Shute down low. Thornton will sweep past him on the outside, guys. Green flag is going away. White flag is coming out. 1 to go for Richie Gustin.
White flag out. 1/3 of a mile to go to a championship. Off a 2 and down the back straightaway. Richie Gustin, your leader.
Richie Gustin takes him into turn 3, off of turn 4. Twin checkers for G-Money, Richie Gustin. Ricky Thornton Jr. goes second. Todd Zilla goes third.
And with that win, Richie Gustin joins an elite group of company, becoming just the 7th driver in Super Nationals history to park his modified on the stage multiple times.
Out of the car, Richie Gustin, your Super Nationals champion. We'll jump on out front. G-Money, congratulations. You are a multiple-time Super Nationals champion.
This week couldn't have been any more up and down for me, so this one is sweeter than the first one for sure, and I don't really know what to say. I'm kind of speechless. This place is, I mean, it's just full of people, the greatest race fans there is. I mean, this place is wall-to-wall, standing room only. None of it would happen without all the people out there that spend their hard-earned money to come watch this race, and I thank them and our military for letting it, fighting the good fight and letting us come out here and do this deal. And my wife, geared up race cars, this whole deal, it takes everybody.
Richie Gustin outlasts and outruns over 250 of the best modifieds in the country and wins his 2nd Super Nationals title, putting a wrap on another incredible IMCA Super Nationals week at Boone Speedway in Boone, Iowa. For Corey Drips, Jason Walla, Hunter Marriott, Johnny Scott, and the Bash brothers Cody and Brock Bauman, it's the end of a difficult week. But each and every one of these guys will load them up and continue their search for speed somewhere else. Because wherever you find an oval of dirt and the desire to be the best, you'll find Dirt Nights.